Brussels has slammed headfirst into another disaster as its attempt to squeeze billions out of Britain spectacularly collapses. The EU wanted cash, control, and guaranteed dominance inside the safe fund. And London walked. Days before the deadline, talks broke down with both sides admitting they were nowhere close, exposing just how desperate and divided the EU has become.
Sources said the two sides remained far apart on the financial contribution Britain would make, Bloomberg reported.
EU officials then floated a staggering $6 to $6.5 billion entry fee, a figure so extreme even veteran diplomats say it proves Brussels never intended to treat Britain as a partner. Instead, the bloc pushed an inflated Ukraine-driven price tag while refusing to give the UK borrowing access or equal footing, a classic case of EU protectionism dressed up as European security.
A rumored 6.5 BN fee is so off the scale that it suggests some EU members don't want the UK in the scheme.
For Starmer, who promised a new era with Europe, the collapse is humiliating. Brussels has shoved Britain back into third country territory, capping UK involvement at 35% and shutting out British companies unless London pays an extortionate entry price. Even EU industry groups admit the bloc's own rules make genuine cooperation impossible.
Negotiations were carried out in good faith, but our position was always clear. We will only sign agreements that are in the national interest and provide value for money.
Behind closed doors, EU power politics ruled everything. France led a push to limit British components. Other states demanded the UK bankroll Europe's rearmament, and Brussels insisted on ring-fencing procurement for its own factories. The result? A toxic negotiating environment that was political, hostile, and built entirely around safeguarding the EU industrial base.
If an agreement could not be found at this point in time, let's not forget that SAFE is open by design.
London's message now lands like a hammer blow. Britain will not pay a Ukraine premium, will not bankroll EU protectionism, and will not serve as Europe's cash machine. Brussels overplayed its hand, and the Starmer government, after pledging unity with Europe, has been forced to admit the truth. The EU never wanted partnership, it wanted payment.